Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to JLL Podcast, the show that explore minds of people that shape Indian real estate market. I'm your host Manik, and today we're gonna go north. Not just any north. We are talking about Delhi NCR, the market who had seen more than 100% appreciation since 2019. And the man who knows the market well, we have him today in our session. Please welcome Sanat Maheshwari, who heads Delhi NCR for JLL Residential Market. So Sanat, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much. It's very difficult to catch hold you, you are always busy. You are going from Delhi to Gurgaon to Noida and all. Are you taking care of the entire Delhi region? I just want to ask you it's my interesting way of asking you a personal question also. I think you have spent most of your life, or you started your career in media, then you moved to the portal industry. How was the first day of yours when you enter a JLL office, and that too working for a residential vertical, Sanat?
So rightly said, Manik, and yes, I've started my career with media. I worked with Realty Plus magazine, I worked with Hindustan Times, and then I've joined Portal Magic Bricks. But when I was in media, I was looking at real estate as a category.
So you're
So
working...
that is when I started interacting with all these developers of NCR.
Oh.
And while I was working, in media and Magic Bricks, I worked for Magic Bricks for 7 years in Magic Bricks. I wanted to get into transaction.
Oh.
I thought that is something which attracted me, and transaction has that kick. No two ways about it, right? And what better place to do transactions than IPCs, right? You have limited options.
Perfect.
And yes, it was not an easy journey. A lot of convincing happened both ways.
Right.
I had to convince my bosses that I am the right person, for this job.
Right.
And because I don't have any transaction background,
Right.
And thanks to them, I mean, they had instilled that confidence on me.
Right.
And I'm here now. And first day, definitely goosebumps.
Right.
The first day I entered JLL, I was kind of aspiring to do something like this in last almost 3-4 years.
Right.
And ho gaya.
No, that's I think very nice, and it gives you a goosebump. But
absolutely,
was it a deliberate move? Was it something which comes across in your career?
No. It was a deliberate move.
Okay.
I was very clear. I want to move into transactions. When I was working with Magic Bricks, and I had limited options. I want to get into an institutional player, a developer, or an IPC.
Right.
And which better position than JLL Residential Head for North? It's a great opportunity. I'm really living that.
So we heard a lot about you. I've been doing pretty well, Sanat. You're taking the entire Delhi NCR market upside in terms of transactions and all.
Yeah.
But I think when you were in your media industry and when you were actually into your portal industry, you actually see these transactional things are very fancy. It looks like as if you're working in showroom or you're sitting inside fancy offices.
Absolutely.
So I would like to ask you a specific question. What is that unglamorous lesson that you have seen in your early days of joining to JLL as Delhi NCR head?
So unlike other businesses, I think in this business, a transaction we're into advisory, right? We advise people on residential assets and other asset classes. For us, two things is very important, which I have learned in the initial, days of my career at JLL. One is building relationship. You have to meet people and build relationship.
Right.
Second is you have to be on ground.
Right.
And understand the market.
Right.
You have these two things, you'll do great in this domain. Yeah.
Right. But do you still felt the difference, Sanat, when you were actually into the other industry and looking at people sitting in these fancy offices? But
absolutely. And I absolutely. I mean, so we're into B2C business.
Right.
And it has a different kick altogether. No two ways about it. Yeah.
Right. So Sanat, I move on to the next question. This is more related to the area which you are taking here. Now, Delhi market are always being a fascinating mix of old charm Delhi and a new age luxury. Have you seen any shift in the buyer's behavior right now as people are moving to luxury apartments, or they're still into plotted development, or they're still moving to the villa living and all? How do you find Delhi's behavior now?
So Manik, among the three, cities, the Noida, Gurgaon, Delhi is the most fascinated market, I would say, right? this is one market. It's very mature. I mean, it has reached to a state wherein it is mature. And good part about Delhi is if you're having a good residential asset, that is never going out of fashion.
Right.
Its demand is never ever mitigated. You will always have buyer for those kind of assets, right? So कुछ भी दिल्ली में कुछ भी होता है ना, अगर वो अच्छा है तो बिकता है वो.
Right.
And you have audiences, you have clients for both plots as well as floors, right? Basis the client need, basis their lifestyle, requirement, whatever, they will opt for,
But still, do you feel that luxury apartments are chosen more these days as compared to the
I think it's
plotted
both.
apartments?
I think it's both.
It's
in
equally
Delhi,
balanced.
in Delhi, we have sizable demand for independent bungalow.
Okay.
We have sizable demand for floors. Okay. We have sizable demand for, in fact, farmhouses. Right. When people are looking at, large expanse of, homes and everything.
Right.
So it's all, and it's a very mature market. It's a circle, right? People from North Delhi want to move to South Delhi.
So South
South Delhi people wants to move to farmhouse and stuff like that. That circle never ends.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that's the beauty of Delhi.
No. So I think we have seen that shift from rural moving to
Correct,
urban,
correct,
and urban
correct.
wants to move back to
Yeah,
rural.
yeah,
So that
absolutely.
shift we have already seen.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So adding to Delhi, Sanat, I would like to ask about Noida and Greater Noida. Yeah, both the cities have seen more than 100% appreciation since 2019.
Correct.
I think it's one of the highest appreciation we have seen in any market.
Yeah.
So can someone still invest now? Do you still feel Noida is still having that charm where people can make money, or the gold rush is over?
Definitely not. Definitely not, Manik.
Okay.
Noida's best is yet to come.
Oh.
You see, the biggest thing happening with Noida is the Jewar Airport.
Right.
And with airport coming in, especially international, a lot of corporate relocation happens.
Right.
Okay. Apart from that, lot of grade A office net absorption happens.
Okay.
And these two things directly impact the residential demand.
Right.
So I think with airport getting operational next maybe 1 month or so, we see a lot of demands coming in.
Right.
And in fact, the best micro market in terms of sales, if you ask me, at the moment, would be Yamuna Expressway.
So you still feel that there is a lot of chance of
100%.
appreciation
100%.
where,
It's just getting started. That's what I'm saying. We still have lot of potential in Noida.
I don't know where it will go, Sanat.
Yeah.
I think, but as you rightly mentioned, because of the airport, which is
Absolutely.
So my next question on this also is linked to the airport, because that's the most famous news now, and it's becoming reality now. Earlier it was proposed. So are there inviting a lot of NRIs or a lot of people from outside the globe? Because I think they are expecting a lot of Singapore level amenities in Greater Noida, which we have heard before. That
You see, initially the market which people were looking at or seeking was Gurugram, or Delhi.
Right.
Now people have started looking Noida from same lens. So yes, we see sizable demand coming from NRIs as well. I mean, I don't see any reason why NRIs won't look at Noida as an option, as compared to Delhi and Gurgaon, for sure.
Okay.
You have institutional players, you have good infrastructure, you have companies, we have all the tick marks, which is required for NRIs to invest and live. Yeah.
So you're saying that this is happening because of the airport, or
see,
there is a
overall,
demand
I
that
think
is
infrastructure was already there.
Right.
People were not talking about it. I mean, Noida infrastructure is there since last almost 20-30 years, right? It is, if you ask me, in NCR, it has one of the best infrastructure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Now with these things, right, the companies come, the job opportunities come, and hence the residential demand.
Perfect. So getting along with this question, so how do you feel? What is the current real estate mood in Delhi and NCR? How do you feel 2026 looks like for you
Okay, so
in Delhi and NCR?
current real estate mood, I will kind of summarize in 3 words.
Okay.
One is search, research, invest.
Right.
That's what the buyers are doing at the moment.
Okay.
And they are taking their own sweet time to decide.
Right.
And one shift which we have seen in NCR market is that FOMO is over.
Okay.
There is no more FOMO.
So there is no fear of missing out.
Nothing of that sort. Of course, there are few exceptions.
Right.
But those are really good quality product with good graded developer.
Right.
Having said that, if you ask me, it is good for the industry.
Okay.
It is very good for the industry because now people are buying basis the merit of the project and the developer.
Right. So nicely put across, Sanat. That takes me to the next question. Um, because you're handling the entire North Indian audience, the clients, uh, all the cities have a different mindset of the buyers who wants to buy real estate. Ultimately, it is real estate. But do you find any typical traits of North Indian buyers that separates from rest of the India, Sanat?
No, I won't say that. See, had you been asked this question 10 years back, I would have said yes,
Okay.
right? Today, every buyer is evolved.
Okay.
Okay, all the information is available online,
Oh.
right? I don't think so. There is any specific trait for North Indian buyers vis-a-vis the West and South. That is not the
Don't
case.
you feel they're a little impulsive? They whatever they like, they want to take that first chance to taking it.
See,
I
the
think
only
owning
thing,
it-
only thing is that I think the only difference I see between West, South, and North is that North primarily is investor-driven market.
Right.
That's the only thing, and they are more towards calculation in terms of ROIs and payment plan,
Right.
rather than product. That's the only trade I feel. But at the moment, everybody is evolved, everybody has all the information, and everybody is taking their own sweet time to decide.
Oh.
I think that is something which is uniform across India. That is what my
So
take
there is
is.
no typical
No,
trait?
I won't segregate, North Indian
These are
buyers
North Indian buyers
versus South
and
India. I
Indian-
won't do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I took this question just as a point of.
No, you
in an
from
interesting
West. I mean, you can
format.
ask, but let me tell you, your buyers and my buyers are same.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay. One very typical, very common question that we normally, discuss every day, whomever we meet, whether we meet our relatives, our family members, if you're thinking of buying a home, is this is the right time to buy in Delhi?
So definitely yes, Manik. If you ask me, there is never a good or bad time to buy a house. Okay, every time, at every opportunity, there's something or the other available at good price, good product. We need to have that knack to identify that project and invest, right? So having said that, any which way, the market is moving towards moderation, right? People are taking own sweet time. So I think naturally people are taking time to research and invest.
Is that tad to close the transaction has gone up?
Yeah,
Is
definitely
that
yes.
the news? How
Definitely
is it?
yes. I would say it was for last year. It was typically 30 days.
Oh.
It has gone to 45 to 60 days at the moment.
Reason? Options?
People are taking time. That FOMO is over.
Is it?
The,
there's
the
no-
inventory which is available today is also available tomorrow.
Okay.
It's not going anywhere,
Okay.
right? So they are taking their own sweet time to decide, and rightly so if you ask me. They are doing their research
Right.
in a rightful manner and they're investing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. My buyers keeps asking that what are those top 6 points or top 5 points or top 10 points I look at before buying any assets on it. So, would you like to throw some light that what are those 8-10 points that a buyer look at before he's buying?
See, I tell you what. So we have 2-3 I would say type of investors or clients, right? One is the short-term investor.
Right.
One is the long-term investor.
Right.
One is the end customer, the client who is buying for his own consumption. If you ask me, all these 3 categories are different criteria.
Right.
Right. So it is difficult to tell you. You have to go with these 10 uniform criteria.
So there
right?
is no specific thumb rule,
आपको
right?
फीवर होता है, आप डॉक्टर के पास जाते हो ना, वो आपकी बॉडी के हिसाब से, सबके हिसाब से, आपकी एज के हिसाब से आपको दवाई देता है.
Perfect.
My advice to people like them, please talk to consultant. They are doing this day in, day out.
Right.
Talk to people like us. We will
Right.
help you find right opportunity,
Right.
right project, basis your requirement.
I think very nicely put across, Sanat. Thank you very much. With this, we end our Q&A session. We would like to move on with some rapid fire.
Yeah.
I would like to have.
I'm excited about it.
I just want you to just answer it without thinking. So
Yeah.
this is completely rapid fire, Sanat.
Yeah.
Shall we start with? If you
Yeah,
permits?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So, which is that one city you would like to live for the rest of your life?
Somehow I am biased towards it. It might not be the best city, but yes, I've been staying in Noida since last 20 years. I want to stay put in Noida only. I would say Noida.
Oh, so Noida is.
Noida
what
is the city I would like to stay for the rest of my
Okay,
life.
so
Yeah.
Delhi JLL's head wants to stay in Noida, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So, which is the most overused real estate word that you like to ban forever?
I like to ban pass back. The most painful word which every realtor
So,
listens.
Yeah, I think it's more in Delhi.
and this has become so much common today. I want to ban this word called pass back.
So, what do you like or what do you hate? Is it Delhi traffic or Gurgaon water logging?
I can manage Delhi traffic. I cannot manage Gurgaon, water
We
logging.
had bad 2-3 years. We
So
experienced
like
that.
Delhi traffic is any
Yeah.
day better than,
Yeah.
Gurgaon water logging. Yeah.
So, what's the most ridiculous buyer demand you have ever heard in last 6 months or maybe last 2-3 years?
So there was a buyer, a female, young female,
Okay.
she was a lawyer, and she wanted to buy a luxury apartment.
Okay.
And she wanted a 30% discount.
Straight away?
Straight away. I told her, ma'am, how is it possible? So the answer she reverted is that, there's a lot of inventory available. But ma'am, that is not the criteria for you to get discount, So I think that's
So,
the...
coming straight to discount before finalizing
And the
or
logic for
looking
getting
at the-
discount, कि buyers have inventory available. So वो discount दे देगा.
Right. So, what do you like? Ready to move or under construction?
Depends. If I am an end customer, of course, ready to move in. But if I am an investor,
No, so this question is basic the risk appetites. Somebody will pay premium and take
if you are looking for a long-term ROI, I would go for under construction.
Under construction.
With good graded developer.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I think we have got our incentives and all. What is the first thing that you ever bought for yourself personally when you started your career in real estate?
Okay. So first thing which I bought from commission from JLL was real estate. I invested in a residential property.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And rightly so, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
What was your superpower? What is your superpower? Is it negotiation, patience, or networking?
I think patience. I have a lot of patience.
Yeah.
I think that's my strength. Yeah.
Right. And in Delhi, this is a very valid question. Do you believe in 100 small transactions or one iconic landmark transaction?
Interesting question. If you ask from, if I have to answer from JLL perspective, I would say 100 small transactions because those 100 small transactions are my happy 100 customers, which will further give me,
Further
referrals,
references,
right?
yeah, right.
But if you ask me personally, I would go with one iconic landmark transaction
Okay.
vis-a-vis the 100. That gives you that kick, that adrenaline rush.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what is that extreme Vastu request any client ever had given to you?
Oh, this was funny. One of our client told, can we convert this toilet into a kitchen?
Okay.
So, the most weirdest, request which I got from a client.
Right.
How can you convert a toilet into a kitchen here?
Right.
Yeah.
Is it a work trip that you like or is it the actual vacation you actually like?
Vacation, any day. Vacation
No, you
is
require,
vacation.
you need.
We
Vacation is
need,
need.
of course we need.
But
So,
we still,
and this is for all the realtors. I know the kind of effort they put on ground.
Right.
The kind, so the B2C is like that. So any day it will be vacation.
So, which city do you feel in the 3 which you handle, or 2-3 areas which you handle in NCR and Delhi, create a lifestyle balance?
I think if you ask me today, I would say Gurugram. Okay. But having said that, Noida is fast catching up.
So, it's also
So if you
matching up.
ask me same question, maybe after 1 year or 2 years,
you change
I
your
would say
statement.
Noida. But today, yes, definitely Gurugram.
Okay. Who gets more of your time? Is it the family or the clients?
So if you ask my wife, of course she will say clients. But
Asking
if you
you as
ask
well.
me,
Yeah.
of course both. So I would say both get my time, the
But I
client
think we
and the family.
still spend 60-70% of our time in this
Office.
in
That's a
workspace.
job.
So I'm saying
That's with
you have to
every
give that
realtor,
weightage to-
So I really appreciate the kind of effort with every realtor put on ground to
Right.
do the business.
So, any excuse or one excuse you always use to avoid a call?
You want me to answer that?
Let everybody know.
Sir, I'm in a
what-
meeting. Let me call you back. Let me call you back.
But are you seriously in meeting or what is the percentage that you are mostly on the meeting at that time?
90% I would say. Yeah. So maybe at times, yes, you have to avoid certain calls, for whatever
No,
reasons.
You
Maybe
have
you
to
don't have
prioritize.
you
have
don't
to
have an
prioritize.
answer, then
Yeah.
probably this is the
Perfect.
yeah.
So I think with this, I think we would like to, end our session. Thank you very much, Sanat,
Pleasure,
for giving
Manik.
us this time.
Yeah.
And it's very, very interactive, very, very insightful.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us some brief information whatever is happening in Delhi NCR. I hope my viewers liked it.
Yeah.
And I would request you to just giving me your time so that we have these such
Yeah,
kind of
for
discussion
sure. I'd love
in
to
future.
have this kind of interaction more
Thank
often.
you very much. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
And all the best
Pleasure.
for the
Thank you.
2026.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye.